All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Allied Arts Podcast. My name is Asha Marinella, and I'm your host for this evening. Here on the podcast, I share about how we can make the world come alive with art. This is how we mix art with different fields such as health, science, technology, and more so that we can make the world, come alive with art. So for today, I have a very special guest. I have a friend of mine who is a singer, songwriter, and educational content creator on TikTok to share with us the role of health communication, the role of art, in health communication. So without further ado, let me bring my friend Anthony Trovela.
Hello! Hi, Ate Asha. Kamusta?
Hello, Yan.
Long
How are
time
you?
no see. It's been a while, no?
Yes. Okay.
I'm fine naman, I'm fine. I'm doing fine. Kakatapos lang ng exams namin, so it's Christmas break, it's holiday season, and I'm really happy. Ayan.
Yeah. So Anthony Trovela is a friend of mine. We met back in college
Yeah.
because we are both behavioral sciences student. Graduates na pala.
Yes. Go,
Wow.
best na. Oo nga, graduate sa tawa na
Let's
tayo.
go. Shout out. Oo nga sometimes I forget, no?
Yeah.
Shout out sa Visayas. Hello. Thank you sa mga profs
Hello, mga
namin.
babies
Yan.
and to our profs. Ayan.
Yan. So now, can you share more with the Allied Arts audience parang what you do now as a med student, as a musician, and content creator on TikTok? Just a little bit more about yourself.
Yeah. So, hello, I'm Anthony. My handle at TikTok is Anthony Trovela 97. So, actually, I'm a full-time TikToker, part-time med student. Mas busy ako sa TikTok. Pero actually, kasi parang TikTok is my parang base platform talaga right now since doon ako may pinakamaraming following din. And I do educational content creation. I focus on research. So, I focus on making research more palatable, yung mas madali siyang maintindihan ng mga tao, ganyan, and maintindihan siya ng general public. I also do content sometimes on psych and health-related topics, but I mostly do contents on research. And yeah, I'm currently a second-year medical student. Yeah, surviving, kinakaya pa naman. And yeah, at sometimes I'm also a musician. I do covers, but I mostly write songs. Yeah.
Yan, amazing. Grabe, 'di ba? Ang dami talagang talents na kailangan ma-unleash into the world. Yeah, so back then I knew you as una, 'di ba, you were a biochem student. Tama ba?
Yes,
Yes, you
biochem.
were biochem and then you shifted to behavioral sciences. But back then I didn't know that you were a songwriter, that you were a musician. So parang when did you start writing songs or like making
Mhm.
music? And then yun, parang ano yung mga musical backgrounds mo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, yun nga, parang not a lot of people really know that parang nagulat lang sila, kumakanta ka pala or like you write songs. But I've been performing as a little kid, like sa mga events, like kung may concert ng school or parties. Pero I started writing songs when I was 13 years old. So, parang cheesy, heartbroken, ganyan. Tapos I was listening to songs of Taylor Swift. Like, pinag-usapan natin kanina na Taylor Swift is really one of my icons and I'm really a big
Yes.
fan of her. Yeah. And na-inspire ako sa songwriting skills niya. She's very descriptive. And parang sabi ko, parang kaya ko siyang gawin. Kasi before, I started writing poems then when I was a kid. So parang, di ba when you can write poems, I think kaya mo rin to sing. And kung marunong ka ng kumanta, it's a plus talaga. Though not all songwriters naman are good in singing, but it's plus if you can do both. So, ayun. And then, paunti-unti, parang on my own, ganyan, I write songs. Sometimes, yung iba kong mga material, like pinapost ko online, ganyan. Pero, and lately, this year, yan, nakapagsulat ako ng madaming kanta noong April. And, yun kasi super busy ko sa TikTok. Pero, ayun nga, parang hopefully soon,
Right.
parang magkaroon din ako ng platform. Kasi I want to really release the songs I've written this year. So, yun.
Yes, exciting. Oh my gosh. Are you planning to release them like on Spotify, ganon?
Hopefully, but I'm
Yes.
still,
Oh my
ano
gosh.
talaga, like looking for, paano ba, yung label, di ba yun? Kailangan ng label. So, yun. Inayos ko muna yung production Pero yun nga, yung
Right, right.
songwriting naman, or feeling ko need ko rin ng help for, baka naman, di ba? May mga producer friends
Oh,
tayo dyan.
yeah,
Subukan
I was
natin.
going to mention nga na like slow, although yon hindi ko pa may offer ang aking skills production-wise. Pero
Mm.
like I've met some people recently who are into like producing, ganon. And parang they're the ones who do like self-publishing. Tama ba? Self-publishing. Yeah, they release it on their own on platforms like TuneCore. Para sila nagdi-distribute and then sila nagpo-post.
Wow.
So like you don't actually need a label.
Ah, talaga?
Yeah.
Pwede pala.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks for the heads up.
Yes. Yeah, oh my gosh.
Ayan.
Parang yun, kasi for me, I've also been wanting to explore. So parang for me naman yun, I mostly dance, but throughout this pandemic, na reignite rin yung interest ko in like writing songs. Kasi same rin tayo na parang, I think I was also like 13, na yun, ganun rin, mga heartbreak, ganun. I write poems as well.
Mm.
Tapos parang, yun, I started to write songs again during lockdown. Tas parang naalala ko lang na, oh nga no, like, I used to write a lot of songs, I used to do this before I did the whole dances life in college, in high school and college, ganun. So parang, yun, I just kind of followed that curiosity, ganun. So early this year, I joined like a few songwriting camps, met different musicians. Tas yun, na-discover ko, oh, you can self-publish. So parang ang galing lang na ngayon. Ang daming mga opportunities for like, singer-songwriters to like release more of our own art, ganun, to share our own stuff. And also even like on platforms like TikTok, parang ang daming
Mm.
nagbo-boom talaga ng mga singer-songwriters who like
Yeah.
just share, parang minsan mga snippet lang share. Tapos people like it and then people eventually go
Viral.
parang yeah, they go viral and then napoproduce siya into song, there's a dance challenge, boom. Game
Yeah.
ko crunch. Tapos parang sobrang,
Mm.
yun, ang galing lang na parang ang bilis magkaroon ng opportunity compared to before.
Before.
Yun. So yeah, speaking of like TikTok, how about TikTok naman? Parang how did you come across the platform? Parang what kind of inspired you to, when you joined, but did you automatically think, I wanna
Mm.
make content for TikTok? Ganun. Parang how do you get started there?
Yeah, I'm actually one, I think, of the few people na hindi nag-download ng TikTok at the start of the pandemic. Kasi I really thought na, oh my God, I think I'm too old for TikTok na. Parang yun yung perspective ko before, perception ko before. Na parang, hala, ayoko. But, I don't know what happened. Parang June lang ako this year nag-download ng app. And then parang 1 month, na-hook talaga ako. Like dopamine rush. Sobrang interesting na mga videos. Alam niya yung interest ko, ganyan. And I came across content creators na educational. Like, sila, Archie, yung the pharmacist. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Diba? Super galing niya magpaliwanag ng mga medical concepts. Sila Doc Limang Guru, sila Ayin Bernos, diba? Talks, educates about English. Parang sabi ko, parang gusto ko rin maging ganyan. Tapos, trinay ko lang. Like, after siguro 2 months, first post ko ng video July 21. Naalala yung date. Ganyan kasi nag-viral na
Memorable.
video
Milestone.
talaga. Like, I talked about how to unlock research articles through Sci-Hub. And then, nagulat na lang ako pagising ko, parang boom, like 400,000 views na siya. So, doon siya nag-start. And then, parang marami na nagko-comment ng mga tao, parang, baka alam niyo po to, alam niyo po yan, nagtatanong sila. And then, naging regular thing na siya. And then, yun nga, right now, I'm actually part of educational content creators ng TikTok, learn ng TikTok. Kaya yun, I regularly post content na talaga ngayon. So, yun. And I'm really happy. I'm really happy to be able to, ang tawag dun, have a platform. Kasi like, frustrated, content creator din ako before. Mga siguro years ago. No YouTube pa lang yung uso. But, thanks to
Right, right.
TikTok, di ba, parang bigyan tayo ng platform to inspire people and help people. Yun.
Yeah. What's your, parang when you share content on TikTok, are you parang the type of creator to share mostly specific to yung content mo, like yun, medical student, or parang do you share also random stuff? Like parang what are the kind of things that you post mostly there? Yeah.
So, yeah, right now, really focused on research, educational content creation. Kasi yun talaga yun ngayon, yun yung pumapatok. And yun din yung nire-request ng mga tao. So, lang, parang, okay, sige, dito tayo. And I'm really passionate about research kasi nga, as a Besay, di ba, super pinupukpok talaga yung research sa atin na kailangan magaling kayo sa research or like you're knowledgeable about research. And my first job was also a research assistant. So like, tapos nag-masters pa ako, na-research po din, di ba? So like, parang yun, nag-share ako ng experiences ko. Nakakatawa kasi siya when I get to share my experiences and get to share my knowledge. Kasi diba parang, yun yung nakakalungkot din minsan, di ba? Pag gine-gatekeep natin yung knowledge, di ba dapat hindi siya ganun? Dapat sinishare natin siya sa
Yeah,
lahat.
yeah.
And TikTok is a very good platform. Kasi yun nga, tutulungan ka talaga niya to na marating mo yung mga tao na may same interest din nga, about research. And yeah, yung grabe yung following. Like super sinusubaybayan ka talaga ng mga followers mo. As long as yun nga, you really consistent in posting.
In
The,
giving, in sharing more knowledge, no?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Actually, nakakatawa nga yun. Parang, nung, although I don't remember na the specific video, but I think during the early times na yun, na you were starting to make content, tapos nakikita ko. Yun, parang natutuwa ako kasi parang research, tapos nare-refresh ako na, oo nga, no, kinaya ng brain ko mag-aral nito. May, parang kasi nagkaroon ng time na, grabe, paano ako nakasurvive sa behavioral science, no? Tapos, minsan natatawa na lang ako sa sarili ko. But yeah, like seeing your content na parang yun, research in general. Just for context, for those who might come across the stream and might watch, behavioral sciences is a course that's, good luck na lang sa akin. Sana tama pag-explain ko. Sorry po sa ating mga profs. It's a transdisciplinary course that integrates psychology, sociology, and anthropology. So sobrang daming concepts niya that really integrates not just the individual but also society as a whole. So yeah, like ikaw, how about you? How would you like describe behavioral sciences?
Grabe, behavioral science is everything. Wow! No, legit talaga. Kasi like, lahat
Pero
tayo
true.
may psychology, di ba lahat tayo ay under ng culture, lahat tayo ay under ng society. So like, behavioral science is everything about human behavior talaga. Like, you can imagine. And di ba yung mga graduates natin like they're everywhere. Like, some graduates are in the music field, some graduates are in law, in medicine, in anthropology, in forensics. So like, yun talaga siya. It's everything about human behavior. And yun it's really transdisciplinary. And kaya din ako na-draw sa field na to. Parang segueing lang, ganyan. Kasi ako, I'm a person talaga na halata naman, di ba, na multi-passionate talaga ako. I'm really passionate about lots of stuff. And Bisaya also has lots of stuff. Like, na-stimulate yung utak ko kapag, kuwari may Bisaya tayong major, tas iba-iba yung perspective na parang, uy, may psych, may social, may antro. Sometimes they clash, sometimes they are symbiotic or synergistic. But yun yung beauty niya Parang you get to analyze from different perspectives ng human behavior. Yun.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. Kasi parang, yung, for me, like, while we were still, or for me, while I was still, like, undergrad, ganun, parang, I would, I remember, syempre, nagsastruggle, mga ACADS, requirements, so iyak-iyak pa ako doon, ayoko na magbesay, ganun. But it was afterwards, I think, coming into, like, the workforce, and then being, kasi for me naman, I started teaching dance, tas I started, like, I was also in like HROD, parang being in such different environments. Doon ako na-amaze na parang, shocks na apply ko yung Bisay kahit na bata yung kausap ko or kahit matanda, ganun. Parang nakakatuwa lang kasi parang ang holistic nga ng perspective that we're being taught sa Bisay na hindi siya yun nga isolated lang, which I think is like for me, kaya rin ako na-inspire to really create this podcast na Allied Arts. Kasi for the longest time, I wanted to pursue art. I also wanted to pursue like business. Kasi for me, I want art. Kasi yun yung passion ko. Masaya ako dun. But business, parang kasi like, na-realize ko that I was interested also pala in stuff like behavioral economics na mga na-discover ko during some of our majors, ganon. And that's the same time parang just ways to like create jobs and then yung mga ganun for society. But then, yun, it was really just pagka-grad na super mas deep ko siyang na-appreciate na, okay, like this is what Besai is.
Yeah.
Tapos yun, nakakatuwa lang. Yeah. So for you, like now that you're into music, you're into like health, and then paano mo na-apply personally yung Bisay into what you do?
Super na-apply ko siya. Kasi 'di ba ang dami, Social 102 'di ba, or yeah, yung social structure,
Organizational.
organization,
Yes.
ayan 'di ba, parang tinuturuan tayo nung organizational communication, eh, paano makipag-communicate sa mga tao. So wala man tayong mass media na subject, meron ba? Parang wala masyado 'no. Pero
Parang
yun,
walang specific na mass media, but like
mm.
general, ano siguro.
Pero yun, parang ano eh, yung may medium eh, when we communicate with people, how we communicate, and yung psychology din, di ba? Yung parang paano kaya mag-isip yung mga tao? Ano yung demographic? Parang, okay, this demographic, ano kaya yung iniisip nila? Ano yung mga interests nila? 'Di ba? Ano yung mga fads? Ano yung mga fashion? 'Di ba? Sa social, pinag-aaralan natin yun. 'Di ba? O 'di ba? Ang dami na nating na-integrate agad. So, yun, you get to integrate those stuff, 'di ba? You get to apply those stuff on how you present yourself, how you get to cut across the message in all aspects talaga. And how you relate with your followers. So, super, ano talaga siya, besay siya.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, no, parang I think being able to being able to have that Bisay perspectives has helped you, I guess, to really connect nga through your content, ganon, to different like different types of people, different demographics, ganon. For so for you naman na like yon since we came into this podcast na being able to like to with the goal of talking about yon arts and health communication. So for me personally, I'm very much in the field of arts now. Pero back in college, syempre being surrounded by fellow students from UP Manila, super like involved in health. Um, what would you say would be the what would you say would be the ways in which na yun, arts and health can merge together? Because like I have general ideas, but I don't know what it's called or like yon. So like, how about coming from you? Like,
Mm-hmm.
how do you say those can like mix?
Like, from my, siguro, experience din, no? Sige.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot, super. Kasi, yun nga, let's talk about health communication now, since yun yung, ano natin, di ba? Parang segue na tayo doon. So, yung health communication
Actually,
kasi,
yeah. Like maybe sorry, just to before you start, like maybe you
yeah,
can start with what is health communication,
yan.
especially for those who might not know what it is. Yon.
Yes. So kasi 'di ba, ang perspective ng mga tao about health is, oh, it's only biomedical, but no, it's biopsychosocial. So 'di ba, it entails lots of fields and communication is one of them. So health communication is the science and the art of cutting across messages of health, no? Health and nature. So, kunwari, di ba, nag-health social science tayo no undergrad, di ba? So, tinuturo sa atin yung health promotion, ganyan. And normally, di ba, kapag yung isang message, kapag super technical niya, super jargonic niya, medical niya, hindi siya tintindihin ng mga tao. But if, di ba, nilagay mo sa kanta, 'di ba? Or ilagay mo ng jingle or gumawa ka ng video, sumasayaw yung mga tao ng TikTok, 'di ba mas tumatatak yung message sa kanila. Uy, natutuwa sila. But di nila alam na subconsciously, 'di ba? Uy, nag-cut across, nag-stick yung message na sinasabi natin, kunwari yung pag hand wash at pagkanta ng happy birthday, 'di ba? Yung parang 20 seconds daw yun. 'Di ba? Uy, ang saya naman, happy birthday to you. But nag-stick sa kanila, okay, hand washing, hygiene, kahit yung nag-stick lang ay yung kanta, gagawin nila yun behaviorally, di ba? So, ganun siya. It's really cutting across the messages to different demographics and being able to convey the message talaga, especially sa general public. So yeah, it's really a cut across between medicine, public health, and behavioral sciences, yung health communication.
Right, right, yun. So, actually, yon since you mentioned it in parang the mga DOH na posts on TikTok, yun, I think that's the most that I've seen also. Parang just those jingles on TikTok. Meron ka ba masasabi na like examples na of jingles, of recent jingles that have been like, yun, like effective, ganon.
Yes. Yes. So, super fan talaga ako nung health promotion ng DOH. Kasi like, super patok talaga yung mga ginagawa nilang mga, mga jingles, 'di ba? Parang, very, kuwari, yung ang pinaka-naalala ko yung first is yung sa TV TV Dots. Like, I forgot the name of the artista, like yung, basta yung, medyo nasa theater ata siya. And then she was singing, di ba, about TB. I think we could share it ba? Kaya ba i-share yun? Para at least may visual ko yung ano natin,
Sige,
audience.
maybe like just a short
Yeah.
snippet because we are not sure with copyright.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd like to respect the. Okay,
Yeah.
sige, let's just share a little
Little
bit.
bit lang. Para may visual ko lang yung
Ang cheese, pag nag-toast, TV na
There.
gagamo. Alit na buwang gamutan, tutok sa pag-inom. At healthy lifestyle, ipairal. Mag-dance every day, kasi LC our way. Halang ikalat ang balita. Si Mang Ben gumaling na.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yan.
Diba?
Alright.
Parang LSS ka eh. Parang, the video is 37 seconds in total. But, ang dami nilang na-explain. Dots, diba? Directly observe treatment for tuberculosis. So, na-explain niya na 6 months, kailangan ito yung gamot na inamin mo, walang palya. Tutok, diba? Tutok sa pag-inom. Tapos, kailangan every day. So, kami, as med students, inaaral namin siya na parang ang hirap to, ang dami ng mga procedure ng dots. Pero, look at that video, di ba? Parang, na-explain niya na 6 months lang yung dots, nang hindi complicated, na dapat araw-araw uminom, na dapat may support ng people, may support ng barangay health center. So, ganun siya. Easy as that. That's health communication.
Right. Now that we're talking about the jingles, I remember back in high school, I think we were studying parang the Krebs cycle. Tapos, I just remember snippets na lang talaga of like science, but I do my best to remember them.
Okay.
Parang, I remember there was a song na, I forgot what song ginamit. Pero basta ginawang jingle yung Krebs cycle for us to memorize the faces. And I remember it really helped me for the exam. Syempre ngayon, like medyo ilang years na yon, so nakalimutan ko na. Pero I remember yun, that was one. And another was, so you know yung song, di ba? Yung I Got a Feeling, Black Peace. Tapos naalala ko bigla na merong, parang sa YouTube lang, may gumawa nag-edit. Ginawa niya, cell respiration. Yung mga gano'n na natutuwa. Naalala ko lang bigla kasi nga no, parang it's that emotional recall siguro, parang if it's like very vibey, if it's a fun jingle, na parang you can really create that response from people for them to be involved. And also, like I remember now, I've been reading also some stuff kasi on like how people learn languages as well. Na parang it's easier for people to learn languages if they're exposed to like songs, parang basta nagiging familiar. So I feel like it's kind of similar to this situation na, you know, people are able to remember things more siguro if there's music associated with it. No?
Yes.
I don't know lang the science behind all of that. But yun, parang, and for me honestly, like cause now like within pandemic I became BTS Army. So super, kahit na wala akong alam na Korean, like memorize ko siya. hindi ko lang memorize pa yung meanings, pero na-memorize ko yung lyrics, gano'n. Tapos parang, wala na, natutuwa lang ako na parang, yeah, songs can be used for like health communication and stuff.
Yeah.
Are there other ways na parang, what are other, aside from, sige, let's say jingles, just to dive deep more into like, kung ano yung health communication, ano pang other examples? Ano yung current examples na ginagamit for ways to, you know, have health communication?
Yes. Infographics definitely is one of them. Diba yung mga video infographics? Yung generation kasi natin, I'm not sure if Gen Z pa ba tayo or millennial tayo. Parang nasa gitna tayo.
I think we're like zillennial.
Yeah, we're millennials. So medyo, kaya naka-adapt pa rin ako sa TikTok, feeling ko. Kasi nga, medyo may part ako na Gen Z pa din. Pero may part din ako na millennial. But for us, our generation, super visual natin. Gusto natin yung, hindi lang binabasa, yung pinapanood. Kuwari ako pag exam, parang hindi nag-retain pag binabasa ko. Pero kapag nanood ako ng video ni Ninja Nerd, kuwari about a certain concept on physiology or anatomy, naiintindihan ko agad. So same with health communication. So kapag may mga visuals yung mga bagay, kunwari TB ulit, TB. TB dots. Tapos ano yung proseso niya? Pag naka-graphic siya, kapag nakikita yung lang, animated, yung mga ganon. So yung mga visual cues talaga, infographics, they're really helpful kasi it's a creative way of presenting data or presenting knowledge na hindi lang siya static na parang ano ba to haba basahin kapag
Mm-mm.
puro text. But kapag visual siya, may pictures, ganyan, or videos, helpful talaga siya. Another one I could think of is, ano pa ba? Yung mga commercial skits, ganyan, di ba? Medyo ano naman yon sa TV naman yon, di ba?
Right, right.
So, iba din yan eh. I'm not really super good at media, hindi ko alam yung mga terms, but yun, di ba, parang iba din platform yung film, iba rin platform yung TV, pero sa TV commercials, di ba, kung wala man siyang jingle, pero kapag comedy siya, yun, nakakatawa siya, di ba, mas natatandaan siya ng mga tao. So, yun din eh. Parang health communication, hindi siya kasing serious talaga na parang kailangan kalkulado na parang medicine, health communication, okay lang na funny-funny, chummy-chummy siya. Kasi yun nga eh, ang kausap mo dito lagi is in public. So,
Right,
yeah,
right.
ano pa ba naisip ko? Actually, super dami eh. Parang TikTok, definitely.
Yeah.
Visual, social media is currently the number one, no, na source of health communication. So, 'di ba? We see lots of doctors, lots of med students, and lots of allied health professionals on TikTok right now. And 'di ba? Ako minsan sumasali ako doon. Parang kapag hindi ko research yung
Mm-mm.
content ko, medicine naman. Pero more on the aspect of kuwari vaccine hesitancy, tapos iaano ko siya doon sa trend, ganyan. May mga, 'di ba sa TikTok kasi ang daming trend eh na ayun yung maganda sa TikTok,
Yeah, yeah.
broad niya masyado ng mga trend na pwede mo siyang i-apply specifically. So, yun, that's also a way of health communication. Yun.
Actually, I have a question with regards to health communication. Are commercials for like medicines considered health communication or they're not
The
anymore?
branded ones, no?
Yeah. Or parang kunwari, naalala ko lang bigla, alam mo yung sa Right Med,
Ah,
ano na
yeah.
nga
Yeah.
yan? Like,
May,
hindi ko alam yung tune. Pero basta Right Med,
baka
ganon.
makapiright na.
Okay.
Mention na lang.
Insert,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right Med commercial here.
Yeah. The right with
Yun.
commercial, I'm not really sure. But
Mm,
if it what do you call that promotes compliance or buying of medicines, and I think pwede siya
right,
ma-consider.
right.
Kasi 'di ba compliance is a central concept to health communication and health promotion eh, 'di ba? Yung paano natin papasunurin yung
Mm,
general public, especially if you're a doctor or you're a psychologist, super ano niyan eh, crucial ng concept na yan eh kasi pwede nating explain yung mga bagay-bagay pero compliance, the big C, the compliance talaga, it really depends on the person. So gagawin natin lahat. Yung intervention natin would be yun nga, yung mga ganitong commercials, ganyan. So if that right with commercial would yeah, entail or would promote buying of medicines, I think pwede actually.
right. Okay. So parang, kasi I was thinking na, yun nga, baka health communication is like limited to just to mainly educational
Mm.
stuff or pwede parang 'di ba you know how there are certain content na it's just educational, it's for you to learn, but then there are also
Mm.
some na like educational na sponsored. So
Yeah, yeah.
parang ganon, parang yun yung pumasok sa isip ko na like,
Yes. Yes.
are commercials considered to be like parang ganon na content pero
Yeah.
dahil sponsored and the intention is for people to buy meds, parang if it falls under. So,
Mm.
yun, naisip ko lang. And actually, just thinking about things like these, na yung parang, kunwari, creating content but then with different intentions or parang just mixing and mixing the, like, parang the ways in which we create content, create art, tas parang for different purposes. Dito actually, ako na-inspire rin to, like, make the Allied Arts podcast. Kasi, di ba, so, yeah, like as I mentioned earlier, na-inspire ako in creating Allied Arts. But then, I didn't have a word for it before until I sort of started to see na, like in UP Manila, merong allied medical professions. So
Mm-hmm.
parang, yun nga, yung what you mentioned na, it's not necessarily health, it's not medical na talagang ano. pero it's still within the field. So parang okay, like that was like my perspective na okay, maybe there are fields like this also na like you get to mix. Parang it's not exactly art, but it's connected to it. Yeah, wala
Yes.
lang yun. Doon ako natutuwa lang talaga na parang, okay, dito nagmi-mix yung mga different fields and na, parang just seeing how they all like work together and
Yeah.
stuff. Yun. Ayun. So, so yeah, going back to like health communication. Um, aside from like yun, syempre na health is important, ganun. Parang, what else are like other, parang are there like specific goals in with health communication na, may mga different types ba ng health communication na,
Mm.
na, yun, out there?
Yes. So, yun, parang nasabi ko na rin kanina yung biggest goal niya is yun nga eh, yung compliance, di ba? How you make people na pasunurin mo sila to follow the order of health professionals, ganyan. And prevention, definitely prevention, 'di ba? 'Yun talaga. 'Di ba kasi ang public health and yung health communication, ang goal talaga niya is to cut across the message for kahit communicable and non-communicable disease na maiwasan siya, 'di ba? Kasi ang
Mm.
may levels of prevention is like, but itong i-discuss shortly. So, we have primary prevention. So, primary prevention is about eto nga yung mga batas, yung mga laws, ganyan on how yung mga syntax, ganyan, 'di ba? Yung mga what do you call that? Yung mga sweetener, tax on sweets, ganyan. So part 'yon ng prevention din 'yon. Tapos andiyan din yung education. So yung education, it's more on sa schools, 'di ba? As early as bata pa, ang ginagawa is in-educate yung mga bata about health. Yan, yung health communication, yung prevention. And then you have secondary, yung ano siya eh, diagnosis, screening of diseases, ganyan. Tapos yung tertiary, it's more of um, palliative care na siya, ganyan. So, pag malala na, yung sakit, ganyan. And then may quaternary, more on ano na siya eh, sa drug interactions yung mga gamot na. So, doon tayo sa primary, andun tayo sa pinakauna. 'Di ba? Yung primary prevention talaga, yun yung pinaka-goal ng health communication eh. It's to cut across the message na ito yung mga mangyayari sa iyo pag nagkasakit, pag may sedentary lifestyle ka, ito yung mangyayari, 'di ba? So, yun, those are even my thesis nung undergrad, yung graphic health warnings. So,
Yes, I
yan,
remember.
health communication. Kasi 'di ba,
Right, right.
this visual arts. Yung naalala, ngayon ko siya naalala. And pasok siya sa topic natin. So, yun, di ba? It deters people. Tinitigilan niya yung mga tao na huwag panigarilyo. Ito yung mangyayari sa'yo. It's a fair warning. Yun, so, that's another goal, to warn people. So, prevention, compliance, warn. Kasi iba din yung prevention, iba din yung warning, di ba? Na, okay, balak mo magsigarilyo, ito yung mangyayari sa'yo. So, yun, that's another goal of health communication. Yun.
Right, right. Are there ano, kasi like since you mentioned nga na yun, your thesis was on the warnings.
Mm-hmm.
Parang would there be like uh sorry, I'm trying to find the words. Would there be mga health communication na yun, maybe like content or infographics that kasi parang ang feeling ko is um it might be possible na for the audience or like for those who like see all these warnings, parang there's that element of like fear being
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
instilled.
Yes, yes.
Are there alternatives also na parang, I mean, syempre, not naman to be like toxic positive, pero parang I'm just trying to think of, okay, maybe like, are there other ways to approach health communication na instead of parang na matatakot yung tao na, oh, baka magkasakit ka, ganun. Parang, what would make people be more encouraged to like really work on health na parang to make it a priority. Alam mo yun, yung parang imbes na,
Yes.
I'm thinking kasi na aside from like fear-based na warnings and communication, parang ano pang pwedeng, yun, ano pang other ways na like baka pwedeng i-approach?
Gets. Kasi, yun din yung parang critic dun sa mga health warnings eh, yung avoidance. May distress ka ring binibigay doon sa person. So, I think parang, let's apply psych. 'Di ba? Yung may punishment. Parang siyang punishment, 'di ba? Lahat ay mangyayari sa'yo. So, I think rewards would also be good. So, I think the other way around. So, i-reverse mo lang siya. At naisip ko actually parang, 'di ba uso ngayon yung mga influencers, ganyan. Yung mga celebrities, role models. So I think malaki yung nagagawang bagay nun eh. Health communication din yun eh. Kapag pinopost ng mga role models or ng mga influencers, ng mga celebrities, so healthy lifestyle, ganyan. How you paggawa ng mga videos na positive yung tone. 'Di ba na parang, okay, for you to have a longer life, ito yung mga dapat mong gawin. Tapos nasa ano na lang siguro yun eh,
Mm.
execution. Na parang, it's catchy, it's positive. So, yeah,
Oo.
pwede rin yun. Laging option din naman yun, di ba? Pero kasi may mga hindi talaga nadadala sa ganun. So, may mga nadadala din
Yeah.
sa Um,
Yeah, that's
so,
true.
yun yung important sa, yun, hindi ko nasabi kanina. Dapat lahat mahagip mo sa health communication. Kasi nga, not one approach fits all. So, yun, dapat
Right.
meron kang prevention, meron kang warning, meron kang encouragement. So, yun siya.
Right, right. Yeah, like, okay, before I just add to that, nag-hi lang itong si Jerby Miranda, nag-hi kuya siya.
Ay, hello. Hi, Jeremy.
Ayan. Hello
Kamusta?
daw, Jerby. Yeah. Yan, baka napadap. Jerby, baka may question ka. If you're still there, feel free to
Yes.
ask in the comments. Yan.
Okay.
Yun. So, going back to that, yun, like parang, kaya ko rin natanong, kasi these days, ako as an artist personally, na-realize ko na parang masyado akong sinaseryoso sa sarili ko as an artist. So, parang, like, it's, before, it wouldn't come naturally to me to create yung parang mga lighthearted lang na art, na yung mga parang, yung, yung, like, actually, recently, kasi, yun, so BTS fan ako, nag-cover ako ng Super Tuna na, basta song na ginawa ni Seokjin, it's about him liking tuna.
Okay.
Parang liking tuna kasi mahilig siya mag-fish. So, nakakuha siya ng tuna na super laki. Tapos, tuwan-tuwa siya. So, gumawa siya song. Tapos, grabe, ang saya ko lang. Parang, so, nag-kinover ko yung dance. And last year, for Seokjin's birthday, he posted a song naman which was like about his mental health struggles. Ganun. So, parang
Wow.
nag-ano lang ako na, shocks ako parang here he is. He's like a big artist. Tapos, he's able to like share those different types of those different this different sides of him. So yun, na-realize ko lang rin na, parang I think like it would be nice to share that also. And I think, yun, parang na-realize ko rin just being in the journey of coming back to fangirling. Parang, like, it's not all the time that all art creates, parang not all the time that art connects with us. Parang depende rin talaga sa situation that we're in our life, sa season of life that we're in. Yung ganun. So parang, ano ba tawag dito? Yan, kunwari, nung medyo depressed ako sa life, parang, yun yung nag-resonate sa akin, yung mga deep na songs. Pero mas masaya naman ako sa life, yun. So parang yun lang, like I think connecting it to health communication naman, and what you said yan, na trying to reach different people. Parang I think that's also something that can be taken nga into consideration, no, na parang how do we create art for different people who might be, aside from demographics, parang they might be going through different things in their life. So parang how do you reach these kinds of people? And actually, I think maybe just to contextualize also na yung the past few days, 'di ba? Like so binagyo in several other cities here in the Philippines. So parang how do you maintain that health communication for people na nasa lanta ng bagyo, but how do you make health communication also for those who are feeling hopeful for 2022, yung mga ganun. So yeah. But yeah, like parang maybe like for you, being a med student, ano yung parang masasabi mo na like parang other ways pa? How do you like address yon, like what I just mentioned now? How do you address those things? Ano pang pwedeng magawa to like just bridge that gap of like being able to educate people about the importance of health, and encourage
Yeah.
compliance, and encourage prevention, and yun, actually reaching people.
Yes. So, actually, medyo napag-usapan na rin natin siya in the long run. Yung kanina, di ba? Parang,
Okay. Yeah,
yun nga,
maybe just
yung
to like kind of put it together a little bit
together.
more.
Sige. So, ayun no, important yung ways to address these gaps, no. First is, yun nga parang ang ganda din ng point mo, napaka-reflect ako doon. Kasi parang as a beside din, o nga no, ang naisip ko lang kanina is more on the demographics. Di ba? Parang knowing your audience, ganyan. But at the same time, parang important nga din na alam mo yung yung emotion, yung pinagdadaanan. Kasi kailangan mo rin siya i-consider. Not all people, kahit naman, di ba, lahat ng people, kuwari, may demographic ka ng mga estudyante. Hindi naman lahat, okay, sige, may certain silang gusto, may hilig sila, ganyan. Kuwari, they go on social media, on TikTok, on Facebook. But, hindi din naman lahat yan ay masaya. May mga malungkot din. So, di ba, parang all levels talaga. Yuri Bronfenbrenner na parang macro perspective, meso perspective, micro perspective. Na ano ako ng flashback.
Your
Pero
flashback.
anyway, 'di ba? Parang ganoon nga siya eh, na kailangan talaga yung mga nagtatrabaho din sa self-communication. They're aware of that. Kasi
Mm.
mahirap 'yun eh pag hindi ka aware sa demographic, hindi ka rin aware sa emotion, mahirap, yun yung parang barrier. Yun yung threat to health communication. Kapag hindi alam naman nagtatrabaho for health communication, yung mga ganong factors na kailangan
Right.
certain people, certain demographics, certain groups have this behavior or this liking. Ito yung
Mm.
gusto nila. So, kailangan, doon ka, papasok ka doon. Hindi pwede na parang papasok ka sa health communication na parang you assume na, okay, baka ito. So, dapat talaga alam mo yung population.
Right.
So, ayan,
I
bakit
think
sabi ka?
coming from yun, um, ano yung pwede, kasi like, so, I have friends also who are like yun in creative fields, artistic fields. Ano yung, where do you think like artists can help to bridge that gap? Yun nga, since we're talking about like how arts can help in health communication, parang ano yung tingin mong, for example, trainings, or not necessarily coming from artists, pwede naman coming from like the psych perspective or
Mhm,
anything. Ano yung
yes.
klase ng trainings? Or like, I don't know, what do people in health communication need to know more about? Need to,
Yes.
parang ano yung knowledge, yes, very HR. Ano yung knowledge, skills, or abilities, or attitudes, ganun na
Yeah.
parang mas like health people in the health communication can like learn and improve more on for it to be more effective.
Yeah. Actually, yun din yung comment ko sa health communication natin sa Pilipinas. Those who work on the health communication is more on nasa health field talaga. Like doctors, sila yung nag-head. So parang nakukulangan ako sa ini-employ nila ng mga artists. Well, in fact, dapat mas maraming yung people from social sciences and humanities yung i-hire
Right,
nila.
yeah.
Because itong mga tao na to, yung nakakaalam, di ba? Social sciences, they know the issues, they know the behavior. And then you have humanities. Alam nila yung medium. Ano yung magandang medium for that? Ano yung dapat na structure ng art? Or ano dapat yung approach to that? Di ba? So, I think yun talaga dapat. Dapat transdisciplinary siya, 'di ba? May bias talaga ako sa transdisciplinary na
Favorite word.
everyone talaga, 'di ba? Favorite word, buzzword. So, parang 'yun, dapat we all work together. Kasi yun nga eh, pag may clash ka ng perspectives, actually maganda yun eh. Para may sharpest line ka talaga na, ito pala yung pinaka-effective. It's a balance of knowledge, of medical facts, and arts, 'di ba? So, hindi din pwedeng puro medical, hindi din pwede syempre yung super art, lalo na pag health communication, 'di ba? Baka
Mm-mm.
mawala naman yung
Mm-mm.
message masyado kung, 'di ba, form and content. So, okay yung creatives pero ay yung form pala pero baka yung content naman. So, laging gano'n 'di ba sa
Right.
communication. The form and the content is very important. So, applying that to health communication, the form would be the different medias, 'di ba? Yung TikTok, commercials, jingles, ganyan, dances, infographics, and the content syempre, yung medical content. So, dapat balance siya.
Right, right. Yeah, like I remembered bigla when you talked about yung form and content. Parang may nakita akong post din na comparing the difference of art and design. Na parang kasi art is more on like self-expression, ganun. But then design is like the subfield, I guess, of like creatives and stuff. Na
Mhm.
parang yung you're trying to may intention siya, so like yun, for example, to share information, to educate, something like that. So parang mga infographic might fall under design more than art. So parang ako actually personally nung nakita ko yun, dun ko na-enlighten ako na okay, parang yeah. So parang thinking about it now, like for me naman, I think um like maybe it might be, like pwedeng maging sub niche ng mga graphic designers who might be interested in health, who like to, create webinars or seminars for graphic design for health,
Mhm.
or parang mga video, siguro mga video editing rin, video editors for health communication specifically,
Yes.
na, ano pa? I'm just trying to think now rin kasi para, para ma-share rin to like our friends who might, want to explore these professions.
Yes.
Ano ba? Yeah. Um, hmm, hmm, hmm. Yeah. Yun, like, I think since, yeah, jingle making, tsaka dance
Mhm.
challenge stuff, I guess, na, yun
Yeah.
nga, nabigay naman natin mga examples earlier,
Yeah,
but those can
kanina.
be, like, things na, I think, just to, like, reiterate also na, yun, those can be aspects na pwedeng ma-explore. Yun, ano
Mhm.
pa ba? For you, like, what would you say, hindi, medyo, nasagot na pala kanina siguro. Pero how would you say na a health communication siguro material is effective, or parang are there ways to measure that also now?
Measure
Kasi
it.
parang 'di ba sa advertising merong mga ganun na mga CPM, sales and stuff. Pero 'yun, count kasi parang ano yung mga measurements naman for health field for them,
Yes.
for health to say na effective siya.
Meron, for sure. Normally kasi 'di ba, like sa Besay and naaral din sa atin yung parang nung health social science, 'di ba, parang may ano siya yung baseline, endline, pre-test, post-test, tapos may intervention siya. Para siyang ganun. So, for you to be able to create content, tama naman na may artistic side siya, pero may research side din siya actually. So, ginagawa ng mga health communicators, lumulubog sila sa parang siyang market research, 'di ba? Ang pinakaiba lang niya, mas public aspect yung health communication. Na pupunta sila sa mga tao, may mga tanong sila. Ano po yung perception nyo about this disease? Ano po sa tingin ninyo yung what you call that effective na medium na pwede namin gamitin? So, magko-collate po na sila ng data. And then they consult artists, they consult health communicators. So we're talking about the process now, no? Na
Yeah,
parang
yeah.
ganun, itatahi-tahiin nila to be able to write the script, to be able to yung mga board, 'di ba? At paano yung design, paano yung sequence nung kuwari kung commercial 'yan or jingle 'yan, anong kanta, ano yung content ng kanta. And then afterwards, i-execute na nila 'yon and then i-release na nila. So pag release niya, syempre may time 'yan 'di ba normally. Kung kanta 'yan or kung commercial man 'yan, may siguro 6 months yung term niya, long yung run niya. And then sa end line, yung gagawin nila is pwedeng perception, pwedeng parameter yung perception, 'di ba? Parang nabago ba yung perception ng mga tao about a certain disease. Kung pwede rin siya cross-sectional studies. So, yung prevalence, nabawasan ba yung may mga ganitong sakit after nung certain ad or certain intervention, or pala rin qualitative, 'di ba? Qualitative, let's not forget qualitative. So, ano yung perception, ano yung quality of life, how do they, yung meaning making, 'di ba? About the certain ad. So, ganun siya. Doon papasok yung research. So, parang may research, may art form, may brainstorming, may release, tapos may post-assessment. May assessment afterwards. Yun siya.
Right. Oh my God. Oo nga 'no, yeah, the research, biglang nag-flashback sa'kin na, oo nga pala, we had a requirement nga for like to create, yun, health communication, I think infographics.
Yeah, yeah.
Tas yun, bigla ko lang na-realize na ano, parang it's really tricky talaga because it's health, because yun, health communication. Parang how do you make people to really feel connected to, okay, to really be motivated. Kunwari, for example, vaccine hesitancy.
Yeah.
'Di ba? There are people na no to vaccines, as in yung panggagalit. Tapos um, parang yun, like nagagalit talaga sila because they don't believe in it, ganun. Even if you show like the facts, even if you show the research. So parang dun, I guess, siguro no, parang medyo pumapasok yung like art side of it. Na how do you appeal to like the emotions for them
Yes.
to be convinced na, hey, get vaccines, ganon.
Yeah.
So for during COVID ba, may parang specific kang maalala na whether it was on the international level na health communication or parang local, ganun. May specific ka bang
Add na
maalala?
naalala.
Oo. Na
Yeah.
for vaccines, to encourage people to like get vaccines.
Yeah. Actually, naalala mo yung ad ng St. Luke's?
Ito ba yung may mask?
Yeah. Yung parang
Ano na
may
nga 'to?
mask. Oo, di ba yung parang nag-spark siya ng conversation eh. Naalala ko yun eh. Yung parang yung mga tao na parang, uy, okay yan. Yun yung sinasabi natin kanina, yung sa fear appeal, di ba? Na parang, okay, takot, takot, takot. Pero actually, parang nag-comment din ako doon na parang, I'm with you on your perspective kanina about that. Na parang yun nga, sometimes di na din nag-work yung takot kasi lahat naman ng tao natatakot na sa COVID, ganyan. So, well, okay, baka effective siya, but for some people, baka iba din yung ano niya. So, ayun, ano ba mga ads about it? World Health Organization, magaganda yung mga PubMats nila on vaccine hesitancy, ganyan. Kasi 'di ba, since we're on it na,
Mm.
um, ang vaccination kasi talaga, as much as may mass vaccination, hindi mo talaga pwedeng pilitin yung mga taong magpabakuna. Because yun nga,
Yeah.
may conscience, may pagdesisyon, di ba? But doon dito papasok yung health promotion and health communication na paano mo, yun nga, yung appeal to emotion, di ba? Pwede yun yung isang perspective mo na, di ba, may mga ganong ads na, I get vaccinated for my grandparents or my children, 'di ba? Kasi sila hindi pa sila
Right,
super
right.
pwede mag-vaccinate. Lalo na nung una, 'di ba? Parang mga
Mm.
18 to 60 lang yung nakakalabas, yung naba-vaccinate. But now, na-expand naman na yung age, 'di ba? Like, mas marami na yung naba-vaccinate and that's good. So, ayun, yung mga ganun, I think it nag-work din na yun, yung mga narratives, 'di ba? As a Bisay na naman ulit, 'di ba? Yung phenomenology.
Right.
Parang
Oo.
yung 'di ba pag nagpe-present ka ng data, ako naalala ko pag nagpe-present ako ng quality data, parang ako I'm more of a stats person kasi, pero iba sa akin yung impact kapag kino-quote ko yung narrative, 'di ba? Parang, uy, nangyari yan sa kanya. So, valid yan, 'di ba? Yung mga ganun. So, may mga
Right.
ganun ding ads, 'di ba? About vaccination. Yun nga, I get vaccinated to protect my family. Yung mga ganun. So, yun, that's a way to attack din, 'di ba? Yung ganung fear of hesitant or may hesitancy ka in vaccination. That's a way to approach it. Yun.
Right, right. Yeah, kasi talagang yun nga, parang throughout the pandemic, talagang no simula, syempre, di ba, yun nga, people were like super scared. Tapos at some point, parang, yun nga, there's like so much of that fear. And for me personally, actually, I think for a long time, it was hard for me to be on social media na parang for a lot, scrolling a lot kasi parang ang daming mga, yun nga, namamatay. And parang, I guess, just being a human, you can
Mm,
only take so much
true.
grief. And also, lalo na like, pag palapit na ng palapit, like parang, when, people like I had a tita who passed away because of COVID, parang, yung parang bumibigat na siya. So, parang umaabot sa point na like, na, yun, parang nakaka-weigh down yung mga ganun na like fear, but then also, yun, I guess there are other people, yun, again, going back to earlier, na parang they're going through different stages, they're going through
Yeah.
different things in life. So, parang, it still works, But like, yeah, so how about now though? What are your like parang hopes for health communication moving forward? Ano yung tingin mong parang, yes, anong gusto natin ipaglaban for,
Yes.
for health communication to be more prevalent? Kasi, like, I think actually for me personally, uh, and not just personally, parang may nakikita ako na mga graphs about, ano to, mga future jobs,
Yeah.
and lumalaki talaga yung nasa health related
Yes.
na jobs, di ba? Especially because of COVID and everything. Ano yung tingin mong, yun, anong pwedeng gawin ng mga either individual artists, business owners, those in government, public, private, yun, ano yung mga pwedeng gawin ng these various kinds of people to do their part also, or to be like
Yes.
be in on it.
So, ano tayo? Beside perspective ulit. At the macro perspective, ayan. So, government, syempre, kailangan ng funding. So, laging ganun, di ba? So, kailangan i-prioritize yung funding for health communication. Kasi parang, ngayong COVID, okay naman yung health communication, pero parang before COVID, medyo hindi. Medyo may mga certain diseases na, yung kuwari, TB, di ba, na pa-prioritize, pero may mga
Mm-mm.
naba-backseat din ng mga sakit. Kung naalala natin, di ba, yung ano, nagka-vaccine na si Tadsi, before sa dengue vaccine, di ba, parang maraming natakot regarding magpabakuna in general. So, ayun, importante rin talaga yun na sana as much as possible cover many diseases, 'di ba? Parang di mawala. Okay naman na yung COVID is a public health emergency, but hindi rin mawala yung focus sa ibang mga sakit kasi andiyan pa rin yung ibang mga sakit. And you need funds for that, 'di ba? Para maraming artists yung ma-compensate, 'di ba? Maraming health communication workers yung ma-compensate for their jobs, 'di ba? And syempre yung ano din babayaran mo din yung mga TV stations, yung mga corporations para i-distribute nila yung mga ads or yung mga materials. So yeah, funding is very important. At the meso perspective, yung mga organizations, di ba? So I think dapat they do their part by ano redistributing these materials, di ba? Kasi normally parang dati, ang ano ko din dyan, ang medyo concern ko lang dati, nakakakita ka lang ng mga health promotion ads normally sa mga ospital. Dapat
Yeah.
lahat siya. Sa schools, dapat may gano'n. Sa mga bulletin boards, sa offices, 'di ba dapat may gano'n din. So, kung sa media yan, dapat mina-maximize yung Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, maglagay ng sponsor ads, 'di ba? About these materials. So, yun, on organizations yun nga, dapat nagtitake initiative sila na mag-post ng mga ganito, na ipaalam sa mga members ng organizations nila, ng companies, and everything, ng mga schools, di ba, na ito yung mga kailangan matandaan on health communication. At an individual level, I think ang magagawa natin syempre is kung merong material at hand, sana mag-make effort tayo i-consume ito. No? Kasi syempre pinaghirapan din siya ng ating mga artists, ng ating mga health communicators, 'di ba? Parang ano lang din 'yan, 'di ba? Yung kino-combat natin yung misinformation. Naalala ko na naman tuloy Edu Wow campaign ng TikTok ngayon, 'di ba? Yun legit, parang it's part of that, 'di ba? Na parang health communication is preventing misinformation. Actually, yun din parang actually is another topic. Pwede
Yeah.
natin pag-usapan next
Yeah.
time, di
Oh
ba?
my gosh. Oh, sige.
Pero parang siguro sneak peek on that, di ba? Parang yun din yung isa pang kina-combat ng ng health communication na maging informed ng tama yung mga tao at huwag silang ma-misinform. And tayo, kailangan actively, nag-take part din talaga tayo na mag-fact check na alam mo yung mga data na ito para mag-transcend siya into behavior. So, yun.
Right, right. Thank you. Yeah, like super tumatak sa akin yung combat misinformation actually also. Kasi pumasok sa isip ko, alam mo, two words na favorite ng Pilipino, face shield.
Yeah.
Face shield. Sobrang, oh my goodness, like I cannot believe na umabot tayo ng more than a year na
A
parang
year for that.
nagka-face shield. 'Di ba?
Mm,
Tapos parang,
totoo.
actually, that's something rin na ano eh. Pero just because, it's not my expertise, so I was just resharing stuff I saw.
Yeah.
Pero that's actually, if you think about it, it's a mix of health and, what do you call this? Tama ba? Mechanical engineering.
Yes,
Kasi
yes.
'di ba yung,
Ergonomics. Ergonomics.
yun, 'di
Ergonomics.
ba? So parang, that was, like, there should be funding to promote it, like to do research and push forward that research na, hey, this is
Yes.
not
Pwede
very
namang wala
effective,
yan,
it's not,
di ba?
yeah. And yeah, like, super, I think that just goes to show talaga na parang, unfortunately, um the priorities of our government in the past haven't been so, haven't been very nice, to put it in nice
Tatagal tayo pag
terms.
usapan natin.
Like, maybe like let's do a part two. Let's just over this. Charot. Pero yeah, kasi parang for me, like, it's something I've learned also on a personal level. Na parang our budget, our finances, our budgeting is actually a representation also of our personal priorities. So parang kunwari,
Yes.
'di ba? Like, let's say if you want to if you want to prioritize your health, pero you're not buying. I mean, syempre, marami pang pwedeng sub na pag-usapan doon na, kunwari, if you want to promote, ano to, prioritize your health, but you're not spending enough, not spending enough, either time or money pala yon, not just but financial, but then also time na budget. You're not spending enough for to like have a healthier lifestyle.
Mm.
Parang, yun. Pero syempre, yun, again, like the class issues are like a whole different conversation. And maraming, that's the beauty talaga of like design and like being able to, communicate with like people from different fields. Like we get to learn things like these. But yeah,
Yes.
ayun, super, ang daming pang work na kailangan niyang gawin. Like, that's really what I'm feeling right now. Na despite the fact na, like it might feel like ang daming nangyari na with health communication the past few years, it's really just the tip of the iceberg na marami pang kailangan. But yeah, like, since, it's been an hour and we've talked so much, I
Oo
think,
nga, 1 hour na
grabe
pala,
no?
di ko
Grabe no?
namalayan.
Mabilis lang din.
Sige.
Ako na, hindi ko naman line. But yeah, like, it's been a really fruitful conversation. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. Before we end yon, like just maybe is there just a final word that you want to say? This time naman, kasi kanina like I asked you yung parang for general yon, macro to meso.
Yeah.
Is there a final word to ang tinatry ko kasi reach through the Allied Arts podcast are people who want to find out how to merge their different passions. What
Yeah.
would you say to maybe somebody who was once like you, who wanted to explore, pursue the arts, but also pursue med?
Yeah.
Like, what would you say to them as advice or anything that you want to, like, just as a last word before we end?
Yeah. So, possible na emerge siya, but mahirap. So, it really takes effort. It really takes time na, kuwari, right now, yun nga, I'm a med student but I'm also a content creator and a musician. So, discipline talaga siya. It really takes discipline na kailangan walang anong tawag doon? Mag-fall apart. Kailangan, steady ka talaga na you give time talaga for both. And kasi 'di ba parang minsan sinasabi nila na when you're a med student, parang wala ka na talagang time. But suddenly naman, you will find your way naman kapag andun ka na. And kapag mahal mo talaga kasi yung isang bagay, like ako, I'm an artist at heart talaga. I'm an educator at heart. So, gagawa ka talaga ng paraan para magawa siya. So, it's possible. It's really possible. But, it will be hard. But, kaya mo siya. So, yun, for all of you out there who want to become content creators, who want to become musicians, but also want to become health communicators and medical students, it's possible. Kaya siya.
Yay! And thank you so much. Before we end yon, like where can people follow you again? Like I
Yes.
mentioned ito, let's just flash it on TikTok. Sige, while we're flashing yon, sige, can you share
Okay.
yan where
Ayun.
people can follow you?
Thank you so much.
For those who might be listening here through Spotify and might not see the video. Yan.
Yes. So, please follow me on TikTok at Anthony Trovela 97. So, I do content on research, health, and psychology, but mostly on research. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Anthony Trovela. And my YouTube channel is coming soon. So, kasi maraming mga followers ko yung nagsasabi na ang bitin yung explanations. Kasi nga ang TikTok, the maximum is like 1 to 3 minutes lang. And ako pa naman, gusto ko na 1 minute lang kasi yung attention span ng mga tao. Pero yun pala, parang gusto na pa nila magpaliwanag. So parang, okay, that's another perspective to look at it. So parang, okay, sige, next time around, mag-YouTube na ako. So, sana supportahan niyo ako kasi syempre ibang
Yes.
platform yung YouTube eh. TikTok kasi parang sobrang sanay ko na sa app. Pero 'di ba kasi parang 'di ba, ibang topic to, pero parang iba't ibang app, iba't iba rin yung persona mo na parang sa TikTok very kalog,
Exactly,
very pero pag sa
exactly.
YouTube medyo formal, gano'n, medyo mahaba kasi siya eh, stretch talaga. So,
Mm-mm.
alam mo yun, parang kinakabahan ako kasi syempre mas mahaba yung script. But I have people naman to help me na. So, yeah. YouTube channel is coming soon. Thank you.
Yes, okay. Sige, we will watch out for that. Tapos when you release it, yon, feel free to send it to me. Tapos share ko rin siya dito for people who might want to explore yan,
Yes.
pursuing an art and health field in the future. Yan. So
Yes.
for Allied Arts man, you can follow Allied Arts on Instagram. That's at Allied Arts PH. Or yan, make sure you like this Facebook page. That's at Allied Arts PH as well. And then for me, you can follow me at Asha Marinella across all social media. That's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere except YouTube. That's youtube.com/ it's Asha13.
Mm.
But yeah, yun. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your knowledge and passion, most
Yeah.
especially. Like super
Yeah.
nadamdaman ko yun today for,
Yes.
the role of arts in health communication. And I'm really hoping, I'm pretty sure also, this won't be the last that we'll see each other. Because in the future, yon. Basta
Definitely not.
abangan nyo guys. Abangan
Marami
nyo
tayong
guys
pag-uusapan pa.
kapag,
Yeah.
oo. Tsaka when you release your Spotify songs, yan. O, diba?
Iba na
I
namang
will
ano.
look for it. Iba na naman ano yun. O, diba? We are very multifaceted. That is how Bisaya has trained us very
Yes.
wonderfully. Ayun. So with that, thank you so much. Thank you also to everybody who might have watched the stream and who will see the stream in the future. Yan, please follow also the Spotify podcast. And yeah, thank you so much. And we'll see you in the next episode of
Thank you.
Allied Arts.
Thank you, Ate Asha.
Bye!
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye!